Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in our modified colony. Today, we've got a couple of things that we got to work on, like our industry section over here. However, the first thing we got to work on, I was taking a look at the map before we got started, and this might be a bigger problem than I thought it was going to be. If there's a bad tide that comes in, all of these extra water sources are going to be flooding down into here. So we need to make sure that the water is going to get out. And to do that, we're just going to come over here and release some of the pressure on it. There we go. Over here. That should be easy enough. And we'll release these and hope that whatever beaver gets into there doesn't get too contaminated. We've also got a little work we'll need to do over here. Since it's going to be coming down here probably at a pretty high pace, we want to make sure that it's not going to splash over this wall. So I'm going to put a little bit of protection up here. We're just going to toss in a couple of levees there. And can they get there? No, they can't. So we're going to just pop in one of those. There we go. There we go. Looks good, and that should keep this area protected just a little bit. We'll go ahead and work on our train over here a bit. Let's get you out of there, get you out of there, and get you out of there. And then let's get another ramp, and we'll do ramp up that way. I don't know why I put it over there, but okay, we'll leave it alone from now. Eventually, we'll gather some resources, hopefully. So they're all going over here. Let's take a look around some of the other places. Now, we're running a little bit of a problem with some of the power over here, so there's a couple of things I want to do. First of all, let's get some dynamite in down here. We'll do that. And then I want to change these out for the bigger ones. So let's actually knock that out just as they came back online. What a great time to do that. There we go. We'll say that's super important, and I want to put back in a slightly better flywheel too, since we're already taking those out. We'll get that in there. It was 800, but we've got these two going pretty much at full power, especially once those are in. Let's get those taken out of there. We'll put these in, and we'll say all of this is secondary so that they can get all of that done pretty quickly. In fact, we might pause that for just a second to make sure they can get those in there. There we go. That looks good. Let's unpause these since I think we're a little low on scrap. Yeah, we only got 6, so it's probably a good time to do that. In fact, let's go back over to one of our original scrap piles, and I think we had cleared out a space here. Yep. For a couple of ladders so that at least one of the piles could get picked up there. We'll take you out of there. Let's put a tree back in. They can do all of that. Over here, I'd like to clear out these trees if possible. So let's grab this, come over this way. Let's get a nice ladder up there, and then we'll do a platform here. Hopefully that keeps it out of the water that comes down here until we get that done. Let's toss in you, and you can go there. Then up here, I've noticed with the rerouting, we've got a little bit of a problem. This area is lower than this area up here, so it might flood this if we don't put in a gateway. Not too terrible of a problem. We can definitely get one in. Let's get one in there. And then I also noticed I'd like to keep some water in here, because again, this area is a little bit lower, and all of the water is just going to flow down to here if we don't have some kind of gateway. So I'm going to toss one in here as well. We'll need a road, though, to get over there. So let's go there and here, all the way around to that. They'll get that in. Now, I don't want to keep an eye on these manually and change them every time. So what I'm going to do is invest in something I should have invested in quite a while ago. One of these stream gauges. I'm going to put one here, and we're going to put one, let's put one here. There we go. And we'll get those attached up. While we're putting in stream gauges, though, let's go ahead and put a couple around here so that we can automatically turn on and off these pumps. We'll put one there, We will put one. Let's see, where can they reach? That's a tough one for this one. Let's put it here for now, and we should be able to use that. There we go. Over here, you know what? I'm just going to eliminate this one. We've got a lot more that we can do with this area, mainly just saving water. So, let's see. They obviously don't need the potatoes because they're not picking them up. So let's take out the potatoes here. Oops, thinking about it. There we go. Take out the potatoes. All of you can go. All of you can go, although they can just go over that. And then we'll replace that with some dynamite. But I do want one of these towers over here. Here's a stream gauge. Let's say we'll put it here. And then when it just gets to 0, we can switch that one off. Same thing here. We could put it... You know, we can put this one all the way about right there. Kind of hidden that way. That's fine. We can put one over here for those. And then we can put one here for these. In fact, it looks like those 3 are done for the season. Oh, I haven't marked all of these as unpause. We definitely should. There we go. You guys can be paused and freed up. I'll have to unpause those. Did I get that one? Yeah. We'll make sure to turn those back on, just in case we have to turn them back off. There we go. Looks like they've done pretty well over here, so we've got some extra beavers freed up, but it looks like we don't have any free at the moment. Oh, look at that. They've finished our rail already. Let's get the next piece in there. They've got our blockade in here. Let's go check on the other piece that we were working on. Let's see. Did you guys get that? Yeah, and it looks like no beavers were harmed in the making, or unmaking, I guess, of that blockage. So that's good. We'll leave that up to them. Let them pick all of that up. They look like they're going pretty well. Now we just need this drought to end. Oh, there we go. We've got a couple of them already put in. That was quick. Good work, guys. Let's go ahead and set you to 5, but we'll use our advanced attachment here, and we'll attach it back here. We want stream gauge threshold when this is... did I put this on the wrong side? I have a feeling I put this on the wrong side, but we want to keep that there. Let's see, high threshold. We're going to go, if this is, let's say, if it goes past 1.1, we're going to lower it to 0. And if it is low, stream gauge low, if it is below 1, we're going to put it at 0.5. And then over here, pretty close to the same thing. If we link these up, you can hit that, we link them here. Stream gauge low, if it's low, let's see. Actually, yeah, if it's low, we want low threshold. Let's say 0.99. We're going to make it 5. If it is over 0.99, say, oh, how about 1.1, 2? We'll just make it 1. There we go. And that, hopefully, will get that set up correctly. So there's those to go. We can go around and connect all of the other stream gauges here eventually too. Something else I'd like to do though is to focus on pulling in more water. Now that we have all of this storage over here, plus all the stuff that we already had, I'd like to put in another one right here. However, I think we're going to need some side platforms. That'll be the best way to do that. Toss in the 3. There we go. Make a nice 3x3. We'll get water. We'll get the big pump in here. It'll reach down a little bit lower. And that should help provide us some water. They've got a couple of tanks over here they can take it to, so that ought to be good. You know what? We have a little bit of dynamite, so let's knock down this area while we're here. Do all of that. There we go. That'll help around here. Maybe we can get some water attractions in here somehow. we'll figure that out maybe after we've got that in there. Back over here. Oh, looks like they've got all those in except this, which I forgot to unpause. So let's unpause that. I'm gonna take a copy of that, use you, detonate here, and then we'll put that one over there. And it looks like here would make a really good place for some extra power storage. So let's toss in, find maybe some power storage. There we go, flywheels. And we're going to do the horizontal, but we're going to do the mediums for now. Eventually, we might upgrade to something else. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to do the junction here. And eventually, we'll make a ladder that comes up and over this so they can get in here and connect all of that in. Now, in Update 6, they have changed these so you can connect them into the bottom, which is probably the way I would do it, but in the current 5, they're not doing that yet. So, depending on how mods go, if all of the mods that I'm currently using get updated for 6, I might update this map to 6. If not, we'll stay till 5 and we'll do a modded 6 map, possibly after this one. But we'll see how all of that works out. I want to make sure this gets all of its parts first. There we go. And it looks like, yep, it's a bad tide. So if we come back over here, I bet this is all going to really start flowing down there. We've got all of this coming down here. We've got, well, going a little slow, but it is going out there, so that's okay. Did I pause this? I should not pause that. There we go. I would like to keep my carrots intact, please. Let's take a look here. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, these have been paused for ages. So let's get rid of all of those. We don't need them. We've got the observatories over here. This is one of our original buildings, but I'm going to take it out anyway. It'll save us the beaver. And look, we're behind on beavers again. I don't think that surprises anybody, but we will go ahead and toss in some more of these. And then let's do 6 more, and we'll see how the beavers fare with that. Hopefully that's not too many. Let's get these in there. All of those. We'll do these for this level as well. There we go. And hopefully that helps us fill this stuff back up. I can go ahead and take that out of there. Take that out of there as well. And they can come and pick this up for a little bit extra. Let's take a look and see what other kind of decorations we can get around here. We've got the roofs, which are nice. Plus, we've got the roof that comes out of the building, thanks to one of the mods that do that. So we're going to put those in there. I think that looks pretty nice. We're going to do the same thing over here. And that should be okay. That'll give them a little bit of a boost. How are we doing everywhere else? Everywhere else looks pretty good. Gonna have to wait till they get their stuff in. Although I think we're running a bit low on planks. So this little space here, we're gonna toss in a couple more and let's get those in there. But let's say all of this is a bit lower priority. We've got power and we've got storage, but the extra ones shouldn't hurt. So we'll leave those to go for now. Let's go back and check over here. Yep, look at it coming down there. So, taking that out of there did help, I think, a little bit. This is all looking pretty good. We've got plenty of bad water coming in now. Hopefully, it fills everything up. We've got all of these back up. Oh, there's nobody in here. Let's make sure that unpauses, and we'll get people in here so that we have all the water we're gonna need. Right now, we've got 4 different types of food. We'll have to find a place to put the other type of food. Oak seedlings. What happened there? Not sure how that died. Unless it just died from drought. I guess that's possible. There we go. This is all filling up pretty well. Looking good. What are these? Planks. Ah, yes. Well, they have plenty of people around. We just need some beavers to actually get in there and build us some planks. That'll sure be nice, won't it? Let's take a look. We've got this. Tell you what, while we're waiting, let's see if we can improve some more well-being using the science that we've got. What do we have here? Oh, we have the Lidos. We could put one of those close to there. We'd have to put a dynamite in. That's not a big deal. We have one of those. And then I think we'll also have to put in a platform. So we'll do that. However, this does lower down. So what we're going to have to do there, I think, is figure out a way to get a Lido in maybe on this lowest level. Well, I left these nice ladders in there. It was all planned, I'm sure of it. No, I'm not really. It's just a nice coincidence. It's always nice when that happens. Let's go ahead and put one in down here. Now, this will be underwater most of the time, but during that time that this water has all been used up, they will have that go in. So let's do this. There we go. Let's go ahead and detonate you out. You guys get full? You guys haven't really gotten that full. Let's... are you at 5? Let's top you off. We'll lower you down just to make sure that this water all gets full, because it doesn't look like the water's making it quite all the way down the mountain for some reason. Let's turn you back on for just a minute. Hopefully this all fills up here. That's what I'm hoping for. How did these guys do over here? Nobody ever came to finish off these logs. Did I even mark them? No, that would be why they didn't finish the logs. Eld, you have to tell them to do stuff. Beavers don't often do the right stuff, but they, even less of the time, do stuff that you don't tell them to do. So, just gotta remember that for now. Alright, well, this is all set up. Let's go back to the Lidos. That should be on its way in. We've got that out, so let's get the other one in here. There we go. We'll get you out of there, and we'll fill the rest of this in with trees. You can be carrots for now and just get a couple of extra carrots here and there. I think that'll be good. Let's see if we can get some more of these stream gauges in. There we go. That'll help there. Let's get one right here. And let's get one maybe... Oh, nope, I've already got one there. So we'll just have to go back and set that. Trees we've got. Food we've got. We just got to bring in the water, which should, as soon as this starts... Yeah, there we go. Much better. Let's go up to 18 hours too and just pull in a little bit extra. These guys are doing a good job. We've got plenty of water at the moment to go around. Our train, well, it's got most of the pieces. Let's get you up there and we can start working our way over to the other side of the map here. Let's get you out of there. There we go. We'll grab one piece here. And I'm going to try and come straight across here, I think. Let's grab a 2 platform here and just fill that in. There we go. And we'll grab another one of the straight pieces. We got to leave a space for some of them there. And now we need bridges. And I think we'll use the steel bridges. We're going to need probably the biggest one. Do I have enough? I don't have enough science for that. Not a big deal. We'll come back to that. These guys should be... Well, they're not going full force, that's for sure. But they are getting some science made, so we'll let them figure that out. Hey, there's a couple of planks in our plank pile. That's kind of what we wanted to see. We've got storage. Now down here, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to even this out, and then eventually we're going to put some of these larger storage here. However, it's a little weird. The pile stores 2880. Now, the warehouse is nice. It stores 10,000, which even though you can only enter it from the bottom, we'll figure that out. Not a big deal. But this only holding 2880 is a bit strange because the underground pile will hold 1800 of it, and you should be able to. This is a 7x7. I think you can fit in 4 of these inside one of these and get so much more storage. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with that. But in the meantime, go across here and see if we can get this in here. Maybe we can move up this mountain here and find something nice to do, maybe at the top of the mountain. We can come down here and get that guy. We'll get them. Let's put in a couple here, and that should give us access to most of the stuff. Let's draw a path, though. They're probably going to want that. There we go. All in there, all in there. This is good. That should have access over to here, and then we can come over here. That should help. If we should run out of logs again, we can pick up some extra logs in there. Of course, making all of this might run us out of logs pretty quickly. Oh, they've got all of our storage in, so let's do a little bit more lemonade. And oops, I put the wrong one in here. They are not going to climb up there. We actually have to give them a ladder. They're not good at clambering up platforms, so we'll just make one for them. Let's say that's the highest priority so we can get started on all the new stuff. While we set these up, again, we're going to do berries, and we want to obtain. We're going to do our carrots, and we're going to obtain there. We're going to do potatoes, obtain, and then, of course, bread and obtain. So there should be a whole large stack of food for these guys. Hopefully every morning. We will see if that's the case. If not, you know, we'll figure out some large ones. Water and lemonade they've got over here anyway, so eventually maybe we'll put in some more storage here. While we're waiting, though, let's go ahead and toss in. We should have plenty of dynamite. Let's go ahead and dynamite this area down. I'd also like to dynamite a couple of these. Maybe we can get some more trees in there somehow. Let's get those in there and those in there. I think that'll be nice. We'll get these in here. And over here, we've got this grassland up here. So we currently don't need the trees, but there is a certain type of tree that we could probably use. We're already doing our lemons in here. So let's see if we can build out over the water here. There we go. We'll put a couple of those in there. A couple of those. Maybe some of those. Right here in the middle, let's put in another forester. Grab that. Let's do one platform here. And we'll say, let's pick up the trees while we're here. However, I think... Yep, we've got those. We've got those. We'll get these. When we come back in here, we'll do chestnuts in this area, and hopefully we can process some of those. Oh, look at that. Replant dead trees. Get somebody in here to replant those dead trees, please. I don't have anybody picking lemons either. We definitely need more beavers. I might turn off some of these builder huts. It'll slow us down slightly, but, oh yeah, look at how much bad water is there. Good thing we cleared that out. And we've got a wall up there protecting the train, because you never want to get bad water on your train. That doesn't come out at all. There we go. Get a little bad water over here, but hopefully eventually we will cap this off. I don't know what we can do about those, though. We might put a normal cap on this one. And then one of these others, like this one, we put the cap that actually lets us harvest that water. But we will find out as we go. Let's go ahead. How much? Science is starting to crawl up, which is what we want to see. Now, these huge storages over here are going to have to take a little bit of room here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and cut this off nice and even. Let's see if we can get a road down here. Can we get a road here? Here? No? What about here? No, there's trees everywhere. So many trees. Maybe we can get... There we go. Hopefully that lets us get to whatever's there. If not, we will chop down some of the trees and we'll replace them with this. We want at least the warehouses we'll store on the outside of town here. Those warehouses are so nice. In fact, I really like all of the warehouses where they can do the 2 tall ones or the large pile ones or the long piles are all really nice. They're a great addition to our colony. In fact, let's take a quick mod break and take a look at those real quick here. On today's mod break, we're going to be taking a look at the 2 tall small storage plus mod. This mod started as a smaller mod and has grown a little bit, but in this time they've added a bunch of neat buildings for both storing warehouse materials and for storing pile materials, and they even have a couple of smaller ones for the water. If you've ever had this situation here where you have 2 small blocks where, yeah, you could put some storage there and then put maybe a road back, get yourself just another small pile back here. Well, that's great, but it does feel like you've wasted this block here. You could easily come in and use this 2 length, there it is, the tiny pile. And that lets you use both of those, and it gives you basically the same amount of storage if you had just 2 of these in a row, and you don't even have to worry about putting in the extra road piece there. The medium piles, while they can be mirrored through 2 different options, are pretty nice. They can actually have our platforms built over the top of them, so you could actually build up these just like you could for the iron teeth ones, but you can do that anywhere. I always find the pit tank useful because usually your pumps are going to be near an area where the terrain goes down slightly and you'll need to store some water close by. So these pit tanks actually give you just a little bit extra water storage than you would get just putting one up here. Now, they probably won't stick around forever, but they do make really good transfer places. So if you were to choose water on these and have them be a supply, the pump worker here would transfer his goods into the pit tank, and then you could have workers that actually carry more water, carry these to larger tanks or different locations. That way your water pump can work more often. Another cool thing about these pit warehouses is as long as the door is above the water, you can actually store your items underwater, which we've done in this map so far. It comes in handy just so that the extra room you get is out of the way, still preserves some land up here, and it doesn't hurt the stuff inside. The gargantuan storages that come with this are a little bit different than all of the other storages. Those storages, as you can see, have a hole right in the middle where you'll need to either put a ladder down or a ladder up to get into them. The other weird thing about them is that the gargantuan warehouse will carry 10,000 supplies, but the pile for some reason only carries 2,880, which if you're playing the folktales is actually less than you could get in the same space with underground. So I'm not sure why those are so different, but maybe we'll get an update in the future to have those in there. There is a little more curious behavior behind the gargantuan storage house. The entrance seems to be on the top, but it also counts the one on the bottom. So if it's in water, it seems that it's going to be flooded out. You can't bury them in the ground like this one, or even just put them in the water, even though there's an exit at the top. So Maybe it leaks in and gets everything wet in there, but I'm not sure. The other thing is, as you can see, it does not seem to care for the ladder very much. It does weird things where you can see through the glass. I suppose it's still a path, but it's more of a visual thing than anything else. I'm not sure what they would put there, but just in case you wanted to have a bunch of paths on top of here and use ladders between them like this, just be aware that it'll basically just show the glass pane underneath instead of any kind of pathway there. The Too Tall Small Storage Plus mod is just a nice little addition that gives you a little bit more control over where and how you can store your items. Hopefully, I believe this is going to be moving on to update 6 if it's not already there, and hopefully we'll be able to use it quite a bit more in the future and see all sorts of shapes and different variations of storage that comes out. We've got our science finally for the bridge that we need, so I'm going to come in here. Now there is a second option. There are bridges with tracks already built into them. However, for some reason they take science, and I'm not sure why they would take science and the other ones don't, but when in doubt, let's just use the ones that don't take science. That seems like a common sense thing to me. So we're going to build one this way, and I'm going to build one this way. There we go. Impossible bridge. Let's see. Nobody tell anybody that knows anything about bridges that's how we're going to do it. Let's also take this out. We'll just put a support in the middle so that gravity itself doesn't have to question us. They took that out. Let's get a platform in here. There we go. We need one more to make it up there, and then we'll just start working the tracks from the center there and just go that way. Let's go ahead and put you in there. Once they get that in, we can put the last one in over here. And then we should have a very nice bridge going here that should be able to carry our train. Over here, it looks like they're working their way up for this power source. We don't quite have it in yet. We're a little low on kits still, but no, we have kits. We just don't have people for the job. So the kits need to grow up, is what it is. Our Lido section seems to be slightly off, but that's okay. They can have water at the beginning. They can have water at the end. If they want actual water, though, what we can do is we'll come up here and we'll put a couple of these in. Let's do another well-being. We'll grab a couple of these. It's only 50 science. We'll put these in here. Let's get maybe another one over here. We'll put the showers in really close so they'll make sure that they can come over here and use them, because nobody wants to stink. You know what? Let's just can that train of thought. We'll move on. But those showers should help them out quite a bit. They've got our nice roof decorations in here, and everything here looks pretty good. We're going along pretty well. Over here, are you still paused? Oh, you're paused because you're out of water, but we've only got 1.6 days, and we've got 4.6 thousand water left to go, so we should be okay there. Our potatoes are slightly headed down, so I think before we wrap this up, I'm going to put in this grill right here. That way they can grill up some more potatoes, and then next time we're going to work on stuff up here. Let's see. We've got some dynamite in, so we might as well blow that up. Let's level this out just a bit. There we go. Detonate all of you. And we'll come out and level this off just a bit. There we go. It looks like they've got all of this in. However, we might need to actually get down here. Get this tree out of the way, since we have to actually be down there to do it. We could also mark it to cut, which we might do as well, just to see who gets there first. And then over here, we can continue coming across. We'll see. Oh, that's slightly off, isn't it? Let's at least keep the road in the same general vicinity here. There we go. All the way across here. We'll take a ladder, which I have right there, and we'll connect it back in here. We'll put one in here because next time we'll get rid of these trees and hopefully we'll figure out a way to get some water kept up in there, or maybe move it back in. Let's go ahead, put in the road that we can put in. There we go. You can come around this way, connect in. These can all be leveled out. I think that's looking pretty good there. We've got a lot going on. As soon as... You know what? Let's pause you, because we're not going to plant anything for right now. But as soon as we can get up there and get the chestnuts planted, we can start there. Maybe we'll use this area for an aquatic farm. We'll figure out how to maybe pipe some water back into it if we can. Oh, we've also got mines that we probably need to start on now that some of our metal deposits over here are waning. We still have the ones over here, though, so that's not terrible. We just have to figure out how to get them. Oh, and then we've still got this one, of course. So I think that's going to do it for today. But just want to say, as always, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Bye.